Hey lovelies, welcome to my channel. For today, I will be reviewing this Netflix movie with the title Here Love Lies. It was released during the weekend, March 3rd precisely. It is a Tokwe Oshun film. Tokwe Oshun is making a comeback as an actor in this film, Here Love Lies, where she also served as the director of the film. Her last on-scene appearance was 12 years ago in the movie Relentless. Tokwe Oshun is a director, she's an actress, she's a writer and a showrunner. Tokwe Oshun co-stars with Tim Shelbone, Sam Dede, Tinamba, Omaomi Dada, Angel Onigwe, she's a child actor, Omozel Gabriel, Barbara Wash, Daniel Etemefion, and Moyo Lawal, to name just a few. This romantic thriller, co-produced by Tokwe Oshun's Sunbao Productions and Daniel Ademinokan's US-based production film Global Media, is now on Netflix, so you can go check it out. The movie shows Tokwe Oshun stepping in front of the cameras in the lead female role as a blogger whose online romance with an American leads to something much more. The thriller has elicited lots of positive feedback. So, in the pursuit of love and forever, preacher's daughter turned single parent and travel blogger Amanda embarks on a social media romance with American tour guide Michael. A trip to the US to meet up for the first time opens up more doors than both anticipated. This movie has a beautiful cinematography. That is the art of motion pictures photography. So everything was top notch. The art and technology of motion picture photography was top notch in some parts of the movie. That the exposure, the lighting, the camera placement, and the movement, like basically they tried in the cinematography of the movie. So now this preacher's daughter turned single mother and travel blogger Amanda, she finds more than romance when she takes a chance to meet a social media tutor in New York City. Let's get in. So Here Love Lies has some aspects to question, and we will do just that. So keep watching. Let's review the movie together. After 5 years of break, the director Tokwe Oshun is back with another interesting movie. That is the talk of the moment. The story follows a preacher's daughter turned single mother trying to find forever true love, but she gets heartbroken all the time when she finds love. When she finally believes her Prince Charming has been found, the plot takes a deep U-turn. Unbelievable, right? The main cast include Tokwe Oshun as Amanda, who also acted as the preacher's daughter turned single mother, a travel blogger, and not to forget, she's also the director of this movie. Another star is Daniel Etemefion, who acted as Jide, Jide, the cheating married man. Omaomi Dada acted as Kemi. She was Amanda's bestie. She was her ride or die. She was a very good friend, like her close friend, a straight talker. She told her things the way it was, and she was indeed a good friend. Tinamba acted as Mary, Amanda's mom. She was also like, since Amanda's father was the preacher, so Amanda's mom is definitely the preacher's wife, right? Tim Shelburne acted as Michael. That was Amanda's love interest, who stays in New York City, the one Amanda will go to visit. I think I said something like that earlier. Yeah. Moyo Lawal acted as Mabel. That's Jide's wife, the cheating man, the cheating married man. So Moyo Lawal was the wife. Sam Dede acted as Father Abraham, the preacher himself, Amanda's father, Tinamba's husband. Angel Unigwe acted as Nora. Nora was Amanda's daughter. The one they rejected, the father said that because she was pregnant and all. Amanda's daughter, yeah. Barbara Wash acted as Lizzie. She was a police detective and an undercover, basically. Ria Alexander acted as Isabella. Stephanie Zibel acted as Mona. She was Amanda's sister. Then, amongst others in the movie, now the movie review papa, Here Love Lies. Remember, contains no spoilers because I'm not about to spoil it for you, so you have to watch it out. But I just want to review from what I have watched. Now the movie starts with a teenage Amanda. Remember, I've already told you the people and their names. The movie starts with a teenage Amanda getting kicked out of her home by her father for getting pregnant out of wedlock. Her father demands her to abort the baby, but she feels it isn't the right thing to do, so she won't abort it. Moving on, the future, say precisely 14 years after, Amanda is all successful in her career, but she's a mess when it comes to relationships. Like, she was not getting any right. She was looking for love, but she just used to find herself with the wrong people, with a married man, with people who are not even capable, and some of them, when they get to know that she has a daughter, it's a no for them, and all of that. So it was really taxing for her. Like, she couldn't get a good relationship, and now she's already successful. Everything is moving on well for her, but that aspect of her life was not it. She was not getting that part right. She wasn't always lucky to be with the right guys. One of the times when she was out on a date with a man, his wife comes in yelling at her for snatching her husband. From the door, the wife was already shouting. Like, the lady was already shouting, "Bastard, who are you? So you're the one cheating with my husband? Oh, he has started again and is done with you." She rendered curse on Amanda. She said all sort of things to her, and that was really embarrassing because That was in a restaurant. Like, imagine people are looking at you. Oh no. And this was her thinking that the guy was about to propose, because the way the guy started everything, the married man, so she thought the man was about to propose, and possibly the man was about to. And then she told the guy, okay, wait, but let me tell you something, I have something to tell you. And she went to tell the guy that she has a daughter. When you're in a relationship, you want to say all your secrets so that when you are in, there will not be any surprises. But, okay, so now before then, when she got to the restroom, she excused herself and went to the restroom. When she went to the restroom, she saw a lady there, and the lady was like, she's already 4 years in the marriage, in her own marriage, and she has a child, but the husband doesn't know. So Amanda should keep the child a secret and not tell her boyfriend. And she was struggling with that because her bestie has already told her she should tell this guy that she has a child. But this other woman came now and I told her something else. So she was struggling with the two of them, like the two decisions now, not knowing which of them to go with. And then she went back to the place, sat there, and was about telling the guy. But because she was shaking, okay, so the guy was like, come out with it. What do you want to tell me? She told the guy she wants to tell the guy something. And then she was like, okay, I'm just wondering what is the gift you got me. And the guy was like, of course that's not what you want to say. Out with it. Even if you killed someone, I love you, so I'll help you hide the body. Imagine. But when Amanda heard that, that was like an assurance. So in her head, she can tell the guy. And when she was about to tell the guy that she had it, she was like, she said, I have a medical condition. And the guy was like, oh, is that it? That's not a problem. How bad is it? We just getting to talk about it, and then the wife comes in shouting. Oh no. You can just imagine it. Like, imagine it. Imagine what she had to go through right there. It was crazy. Poor Amanda. She had no clue about the man's married life. Like some of these men, sha. So he didn't even say anything about that he was married and all. He just went on with Amanda, and poor girl, she already put all her eggs thinking that she has found love. The wife embarrassed her in the restaurant where she saw her, and the husband, oh no. So when she finally escaped and she got home, she was really heartbroken. And she decided not to date anymore because, she has had enough. So she just wanted to stay on her own, lay low, like she was done. When she cries out to her close friend Kemi, she advises her to give online fan of Amanda's travel blog a shot. So now she has a travel blog. I think I mentioned that earlier. She has a travel blog. So there's this guy on the blog that's been dropping messages wanting her to accept his friend's request on Facebook so that they can chat well. And Amanda was not having it. So while she was just there, and her friend said she should just give the undone guy a shot now. You're not losing anything. It's not like you're falling in love. It's just... And she said, okay. So she accepted the guy's friend's request. They started chatting. One thing led to another. It was really... it's like they were really into it. So they were always chatting. They were always The friend was like, this is getting too much, because even when she goes to the kitchen, she's chatting. She's going out they are chatting, and she's all smiles, and this was okay. Is there something we need to know more than what has happened already? But then, after thinking for, I mean, before now they used to do even video calls too. So after thinking for a while, Amanda starts texting this guy, Michael, after her friend told her. Starts texting Michael. And they soon vibe, like they started vibing. Days pass, and then the two of them are now communicating, remember, through Facebook, and they're doing video calls too. So to them, they're already like together, friends, friends, friends. I mean, they're saying they're friends, but I know they were catching feelings. So Amanda's office now sends her on a trip to New York City for business deal or something like that. Yeah, business deal. So Amanda then leaves for New York City for a business trip. And in the trip she meets, on the trip she meets um this her online guy, Michael. Remember, the guy stays in New York City. So she met the guy there. It was so now how things are going to go between them is what this movie is all about. Like, the movie is all about what is going to happen between the two of them now on this trip. And will she come out, like, will she come back from the trip to meet her family? Like, everything now, the whole movie is about what is going to happen between Amanda and Michael. So that is what you should be looking out for, because that is where all the romance, the drama, the suspense, wow, suspense, yes, the suspense, everything is happening between the both of them now. So now, while on the trip, one thing led to another, and she finally met this guy, her Michael. But I mean, they had lunch. They were at the restaurant, they had lunch and everything. And then the waiter brings the bill. And Michael asks her, do you want to split the bill? As a proper Naija babe, she got angry, and I mean, although she didn't say it out that she was angry, but you could tell from her expression that she was angry, and she just told him, you know what? Don't worry, I'll pay. So she paid for everything, and the guy saw that her countenance had changed, and the guy he didn't know what to do. So after that, I think after paying, she just walked out. She was angry. And then the guy stopped her and was like, please, he's really sorry for asking that he got nervous and everything. So he now asked her, please, can I take you around town? Like, she was like, she was still very mad, but she just told the guy, okay, I'll think about it. And then, so now she gets to the hotel room. She calls her friend, her bestie, Kemi. She's back in Nigeria. I mean, Kemi's back in Nigeria, so she's still in NYC. And she calls Kemi to gist Kemi about, I mean, you know how besties do, to gist about everything that happened that day, how the guy wanted him to split bill and everything. And Kemi was, I mean, at first laughing at her and everything, but they were cool though. It was just, I mean, women just. So while they were gisting, the guy sends a delivery guy to bring in food for her and everything. I mean, just to serenade her and make her forget what he did. But Kemi did not understand what was going on. So the girl was just, Kemi, you need to see this, you need to see this. She was like, what? What is it? So she did a video call, and they were all very emotional. They were just happy. And then the next day had come. she was supposed to go for the trip, whatever, the travel that the guy wants to show her around town. So she was trying to pick what to wear, and then she calls Kemi. They were doing a video call too, and Kemi was trying to tell her, no, 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 don't wear that. You need to show something, wear something that shows skin and all of that. And she was like, nope, what she's wearing is just okay. They were supposed to go to for a tour around town, and then she went out. The guy was already standing outside waiting for her, and they went into the car. The tour guide was in the car, introduced them to the other people, and then a lady comes in. You know how a guy and a lady that are together, say like in a relationship, sits together, and then someone just enters the car and sits in the middle, like between the two of them. And the guy was not having it. But now, so this lady that was in the middle, she already knows everything about the whole tour things. Before the tour guide would say one thing, she has said two. But I think she's just someone that loves to know her environment. She just likes to go on tour, even when she knows about it. So they went out, they've gotten to different places. The guy got to show them Broccoli Bridge. I mean, they enjoyed it. They went about snapping pictures. And then when they were finding, even when they were snapping pictures, the lady was still trying to insert herself in their pictures. And after everything, the guy was just kind of complaining to Amanda that he did not like what that lady was doing, and if she tries it again, he's going to let her know that he doesn't like it. And then, so they were just on break while still on the tour. They were on break, and the lady walks up to them and trying to introduce herself and all of that. She still wants to talk to Michael. And Amanda, I think she got pissed, so she just excused herself and went to use the restroom. So when she went to use the restroom, the lady used the opportunity to gist to Michael. So while at the restroom, Amanda overheard two security guys saying that Michael owns the tour company, and Amanda was not having it. She got really angry because, I mean, to her, you own the tour company, you didn't say anything about it, so what else are you hiding from me? You know, that kind of thing. And then she got so mad that, like, she got so angry, and then she left the guy. When she got back to her hotel room, she called her friend Kemi and was just telling her about everything that happened. And Kemi told her, I mean, yes, you're angry, but you don't have to be that angry because you are also hiding something from this guy. So you don't just expect him to see you and then start telling you things about him when you're doing the exact thing. I mean, you haven't told the guy that you have a daughter. So, I mean, even though she wasn't getting it the way Kemi was saying it, she was still very angry that the guy has done this one. Like, the guy did not tell her. So she was ready to pack up and leave. So the guy has been calling her phone, like buzzing her up, trying to reach out to her to explain to her what happened and all of that. That he just got scared because whenever people get to know that he owns the place, they maybe come to him for his money and all of that, and they go. So he never really finds love. But she wasn't picking. And so the guy had to call the hotel room and then ask them. He's looking for a guest. One of their guests, her name is Amanda, and all. And they said, oh, she's heading to the airport. Wow, the guy ran close to go and look for her. And then he found her just in front of the hotel room, coming out with her box, ready to go to the airport. And then the guy stops her, begged her, took her for outdoor lunch. They had lunch. And then he tried to explain to her why he did not tell her. And I mean, the lady Amanda forgave the guy. And she was like, so since I didn't pick up your calls, and what if you had come to the front of the hotel and didn't see me? Would you have run down to the airport, all those kind of romantic stuff, shouting, Amanda, Amanda? So, would you have done that? And the guy said, oh, you should have waited. I would have done a lot, even more than that. And they just laughed about it. They became goofy again. They're really cool. So she agreed that the guy asked her to extend her stay and not go. And then she agreed to stay. And so the guy told her, okay, you know what? I want to take you somewhere. And Amanda was like, where? He said, okay, so wait till we get there. So they got on the train and they were going somewhere. Now, this lady, Liz, she's also on that train. I mean, she was following this guy like a stalker, like an ex really wants to know what the ex is up to. Although they didn't see her, she was also on the train. She followed the guy and Amanda. She followed Michael and Amanda now to wherever they were going to. And then they got to the place. So on their way, Amanda was really curious, like, where are you really taking me to? So the guy was like, anybody I love, I'll take the person to my house to meet with my people. So Amanda was like, that kind of when someone tells you that, and she was happy and she couldn't wait to get there. So finally they arrived. And when they arrived, it was in an isolated place. The house was full with them. They used dead animals as the interior decoration to the sitting room. She was like, this is really weird. And the guy said, yeah, he likes weird things. So that was it. But in the house, there was this very, very old lady, Edna. So the lady was the caretaker of the house. Like, she takes care of the house when Michael is not around. But she's very old. Like, her face alone is enough to scare you. So Amanda gets scared whenever she sees the lady. So now, not forgetting that Amanda is a travel blogger. So Michael was telling her he can't wait to read what she's going to write during this travel. And she was like, oh, she wasn't intending to write any story for her page. But Michael was like, no, I mean, you have to write. I really enjoy reading from you. Like, I love going to your site to read and all. So that was like an encouragement. She was like, okay, I'll see what I can do. So she was, after they unpacked, she undressed, she changed up. She was sitting and she was trying to, start up her story. So Michael came and he was like, he's bored. So I was trying to distract her. So he played music, started dancing, and distracted her to join her and dance. So after that, they went, had lunch. They cooked lunch, prepared lunch together. They had lunch and played Scribble. So while they were playing, one thing led to another. They kissed. And while I did, her tummy grumbled and she was like, whoa, that was my tummy. And the guy was like, okay, sit here while I go prepare you dinner. So the guy went, prepared dinner for her, brought it. So after eating, and she was like, okay, let me go and wash the plates. The guy was like, no, 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 you're my guest. And she was like, I mean, you made dinner. It's only right that I wash the plates. So she was insisting, and she carried the plates. As she got up, she fell. She fell and she passed out. So the guy took her to the bed, and I mean, when the next time when she woke up, she was really weak. She was tired. She couldn't move her body. More like she was sick. So the guy, Michael, told her, okay, he has sent for a doctor. You should not worry, a doctor is coming. But before then, he has prepared soup for her. She should take soup. Now, they showed Michael in the kitchen. So he did something like drugs, and he put it in the soup and mixed it and gave to Amanda. So Amanda was saying she doesn't want it. So he was trying to force her. Now, while Amanda was lying down on the bed, trying to take this soup, Edna, remember that old woman that is the caretaker of Michael's house? Edna, she walks in, and when she was standing at the door, she did not say a word. Like, she used to act like, she did not talk. She just turned and was looking at Amanda and was shaking her head that Amanda shouldn't take the soup because she knows what has happened. But Amanda did not really understand. So although she was trying to say she doesn't want this soup, she just wants to go back home, like she wants to come back to Nigeria, the guy was still forcing her. I said, take this soup. So the guy forced the soup in her mouth and made sure she took the soup. So while she was eating the soup, I mean, the guy put drugs in it. So definitely there are some effects to that. And then she passed out again. So the guy went away. Now, back in Nigeria, the daughter is scared. Like, she came to Auntie Kemi, Amanda's best friend, to ask her, have you heard from my mommy? And Amanda said, oh yeah, she's fine. Kemi said, oh yeah, she's fine. Kemi is now trying to cover up. But definitely, like, she did not hear from Amanda. So she tried to call Amanda. Every time it would ring, she's not picking. Because Michael had seized Amanda's phone while she was unconscious. So everything happened so fast. And Amanda didn't even know what to do. Back here, she was just clueless. What is going on? So even as she was weak, the guy came again with soup, trying to force it down. So she pretended as if she took it and then pretended to pass out. So the guy left. When the guy left, she got up. Even though she was weak, she tried to carry herself, and then she was looking for her phone because she begged Michael for her phone, and Michael didn't even answer. I said, don't worry, you don't need a phone. So she was looking for her phone in the drawers, everywhere, and she didn't see. She just wanted to run out of the place. So she gathered herself, ran to the stairways, and while trying to go down from the stairs, she saw she saw Edna, the old lady. So when she saw Edna, the old lady, she was trying to ask Edna, please, have you seen my phone? And Edna didn't want to talk because, anything can happen. Michael can catch her and all of that. So she was just trying to talk and beg her. As she turned, behind her was Liz, that police detector. Okay, now you don't know that she's a police detector. Let me tell you, Liz is a police detector. Remember that Liz that followed them for the tour, and she was acting like a stalker, trying to insect herself, everything. Yeah, she's a police detector, like an undercover. So now she has finally come to see the place Michael stays. So apparently, Michael had been doing some kind of things that they suspected. So hence why she, as a police detective, wanted to know what he was up to. So she passed out again because, I mean, in front of her was the old lady Edna, behind her was Liz. So when she saw the two of them, and knew she already took the soup too, the soup had drugs in it. So she passed out again. Michael came, carried her to the bed, and kept her there. So while there, she was really scared. So she was just wondering what is going on. And Michael was like, "Don't worry, let me go and bring your phone." He went out and then he locked the door. And she was like, "Michael, why are you locking the door?" Michael locked her inside. So after a while, Edna came, opened the door slowly, and told her, "Come out." So she was really scared. Edna was trying to help her to escape from the place. I mean, it wasn't even a funny thing, because imagine you came for a romantic whatever with your online guy, and then he turned out to be a serial killer. So Liz also, see, Liz was already around. She was saying she saw Liz, but Michael did not believe she saw Liz because, I mean, what would Liz be doing here? So Edna only helped her to escape, like, to the door. So when she got to the door, Edna told her that please, she cannot come again. She should just go. Edna was trying to tell her, go, 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 run away. So as she was trying to, she turned her back and then she saw Liz again. So Liz was telling her, come with me, you are safe. This kind of situation, you don't know who to believe right now. So Liz was like, come with me, you are safe. I am a police detective. This guy has kidnapped a lot of Nigerian ladies. I'm trying to run a case on him and know what he has really been up to and all of that. So at this time, Michael had come out already, and Michael saw the both of them, and Michael was telling Amanda, don't believe her. She's a psycho. So now, who is she going to believe? You see, like, she didn't even know who to believe and what to do. So while they were still trying to talk, Michael kind of trickishly collected the gun from, like, pushed the Liz down, the police detector, collected the gun, and they were fighting on the floor there. Next thing, they just see Michael again. So the lady was now carrying the gun, looking for Michael. That's how she bumped into a room where Michael had put pictures of Nigerian ladies on the wall, some bra, pants, and all of that, like a lot of weird things. So that was, even if she could snap that, that was enough evidence to show that this guy truly is a serial killer. So I think she got carried away with the things she saw on the wall, and then Michael came from behind, hit her. Like, I think he used something to hit her and she passed out. So while Amanda was still trying to run, she found herself in that room, and this is the Liz, police detector, on the floor. She was really scared. But what caught her attention was all the stuffs on the wall, the newspaper publications that people have been looking for their missing people, and they're all Nigerian ladies. And she saw all of that, like their boxes in that room. It was a red room. Their boxes in the room, and she saw her box, saw her passport. So she was at least happy. She carried her passport, put in her bag. She was trying to run away. So as she was trying to run away, Edna, the old lady, came again, told her come, so carried her and was trying to help her escape. And Michael caught them on the way. So Edna was trying to beg Michael not to do anything again, that she's really tired of Michael forcing her to do the things she doesn't want to do. So they should allow this one to go. And Michael was like, I don't have any family. You are like my only family. So don't make me do something I will regret. Leave her alone. But the lady was like, no, let her go. You have done a lot. You have killed so many people. Let this one go. And Edna was adamant that she should let this one go. So he turned. While they were still talking, Amanda ran. So when Amanda ran, Michael turned and wanted to go after Amanda. The old lady carried um an injection. I don't know what she injected in it. Maybe a sedative, and tried to, I think she injected it in the man, Michael. So he got angry, turned and shot her. I mean, he has killed her already. So with that anger, he was so furious that he was looking for Amanda. He was like, Amanda. So Amanda already ran in the wood. This was already night. Everywhere was dark. Amanda ran in the wood. So he went after Amanda too. So in the woods, he was shouting her name. She was trying to hide. So he was telling her, I don't want to kill you. I just want to talk to you. Just come out. I don't want to kill you. Stop running. So, I mean, the guy was just like, why am I so hard with love? I don't always find love. All this kind of talk. And Amanda, so he caught up with Amanda, and Amanda started crying. He said, no, I don't want to see you. You know this cycle. I don't want to see you cry. Don't cry. I mean, you made me kill Edna. She was all I had. But no problem. I forgive you. If you promise me you will not run away, you will stay with me, I will not kill you. So Amanda was like, I promise, I promise. No problem, I promise. Don't kill me, I promise. I won't run away. So Lizzie got a hold of herself. She got up. I think she only passed out. So she got up. She came after Michael. So while she hit Michael from the back, Amanda ran away again. Amanda ran away again. So he still got angry again, carried a stick, hit Liz, and killed her this time. So with that anger that Amanda has run away, he went back to his house, took some hard drugs, sniffed it, and at this time he was ready for anything. So he heard movement at the door, and he went to open the door. As he opened the door, Amanda just, because she already with knife, she just choked him on the chest. And then when she choked him on the chest, the guy turned and tried to suffocate her, pressed her neck, and Amanda was trying to beg. Like, she could not even talk because the guy was choking her. But remember that sedative Edna choked him? So I think that made him weak and all of that. So he fell on the floor. And coupled with the fact that Amanda had choked him. So he fell on the floor and he died. So the next thing, the police were on their way. The police came already. I think Liz already alerted the policemen where she was. So they came already at that time. And then, so the police came to her, came and met Amanda. And they were telling Amanda, oh, you're lucky you are out, you're alive. He has done a lot. He has killed a lot of Nigerian ladies. That's what he does. He has dug a lot of shallow graves behind here where he has buried them after killing them and all. I mean, you're just one of his victims. And so she was like, that can't be possible. What about the his tour company? Will he be doing all of this with a touring company? He said no. So that means apparently he paid the two security guys to say the things they said for Amanda to hear. So at that point, Amanda knew that she had been used. Like, imagine leaving Nigeria to New York City and almost getting killed by who? Your boyfriend. So, I mean, she was just scared. She was just wondering what had just happened. And then she asked the guy, so why Nigerian women? And the guy said, we are still gathering information because so far we got to know that he he was in the orphanage and he escaped his mental treatment. He came around, so they've been looking for him and they did not find him. So that is all of it. So that means the guy is a psycho. So the police guy told her he has already contacted the Nigerian embassy so that she can go back home. And a call got in and she told the guy, excuse me please, I need to pick this. And it was her bestie. So when she finally picked the call, the bestie was like, now why you? I mean, how will you be with a man and forget about your family? But because she didn't know what had happened, so she said, she told her there's a lot to be said and she's going to tell her a lot. But first, she's just thankful to be alive and that she's coming home. And then she came back home, met her daughter, and then she brought her daughter to meet her grandfather, that is her own father now, and her mother. Now, that is the part that didn't sit well with me because they sent you out because you were pregnant. Like, they literally sent you out without knowing how you will survive. And then you are now the one coming back to kneel down and tell them you're sorry or what. No, that part didn't sit well with me. So, in summary, the film showcases Nigerian production and its place in the major film industry and standards. Much better than the Nigerian movies in the 90s. Quality, lighting, colors, and cast, they're all suited. I liked the twists and the turns, the suspense and the romance. My only issue with the film was the final scene. More about the script than the acting. She was owed apologies and she had been exonerated. The ending does not do justice to the protagonist, but it perpetuates the female submission and obedience even when they are wrong. Well done, guys. So proud. So remember, I told you I was going to do a review of the movie. Now I have told you the movie. I want to tell you my own review of it. So let me just say, it was a plot that got spoiled. The movie started off so well because we got to see the Nigerian family's customs. The women of the family being scared of the breadwinner, the single mother's efforts to raise the child, Amanda's dating life that actually shows how some men can look like a saint but are complete cheats. I think the director could have produced a movie that uplifts the hardship of single parents. I didn't enjoy the serial killer vibe that was brought in at all. Nevertheless, I feel it's a repeated concept. I was expecting to see more cultural aspects of Nigeria and how Amanda finds that she's all she needs in this world. The movie plot rushed so fast that it had to catch up with what was happening. I think probably they ran out of time because the movie is over 2 hours. The entire essence the movie started with got lost in the way. It is a good watch though. because you will witness the bad side of online dating. But it's a known concept. Again, it's a known concept. The director could have shown something new. So, Here Love Lies started off well, but ended up rushed. That's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share with people so they also know this movie. See you in my next. Bye.